Oyibo things. You understand what I'm saying? You'll just hear me shouting, up there far. Ride on, okay? Ride on. Day of reckoning is round the corner. Okay. Next. I'm like, hey, Charlie. Hello, friends. This is Jums of the Jums TV. Thank you for stopping by and you're welcome. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about some of the things that I feel still make me very much Nigerian, even though I'm currently not in my home country. So I am Nigerian by birth, by nationality, by upbringing, by everything. So I've lived in Nigeria all my life. And I recently moved to Ghana, some few years ago. But I recently found out that it's as if there are just some things you can't take away from me, even though I don't live in Nigeria. I know some of you can relate. I mean, some of you who are not currently in your home country. For instance, if you're Ghanaian living in the US, or you're Senegalese living in Ghana, or you're Kenyan living in Ivory Coast, there are just some things that you will still tend to do no matter how long you live there for. So here, I'm just going to be talking about some of the things that I think still make me very much Nigerian. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But before we get on to today's video, shout out to you, Eben. Is it Eben or Eden? I'm so sorry. Hiradi Yankopo. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me if I don't pronounce your name well or I didn't pronounce your name well. I'm so sorry. But I met you as Sketchers. I know you already know who you are. Thank you so much for saying hello. And thank you for subscribing and watching the channel. I'm so grateful. So hi, and thank you all for subscribing, for liking. Please continue to share my videos, show some love. I appreciate all of you. So the first thing that makes me okay, now I need to put out a disclaimer. This might not necessarily apply to every Nigerian or every Yoruba person. I'm Yoruba, in case you didn't know. However, this is my own narrative, this is my own story, these are my own descriptions, just in case you might be wondering, oh, is that how all Nigerians are? Not necessarily, but yeah, I'm just putting that out there. Okay, so the first one is I'm sure by now you all know that we have issues with lights in Nigeria, okay? But I'm hearing it's getting better. In fact, somebody told me that they've had light for like 3 days straight and it is scary. He was like, you know what, they should just take it first. They should take it. That they don't like the fact that they've been seeing light back to back just because, you know, in the past, we feel like if you have light for too long, a time will come they will take it for too long. So please just be taking and bringing, okay? So that we know that we're safe. I don't know why we have that mentality, but yeah. So we used to, or we still, I don't know. Yeah, we have light issues where we had, I don't know, you get the point, right? Yeah. We used to have light issues. So our electricity company in Nigeria used to be called NEPA, National Electrical Power Authority. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Simo. Anyway, I think so. I'll put the correct name on the screen. I believe I'm correct. Anyway, it was changed to PHCN some years ago. However, we've been stuck with calling it NEPA for so many years. Till now, I still call it NEPA, okay, but it's actually PHCN. That was a lot of preamble. Anyway, so I realized that when I got to Ghana, or in fact, in very recent times, they've been taking the light too much. I don't know why, but this week they've only taken it maybe once. Yeah, that I remember, I think just once. But anyway, they've been taking it too often. In fact, we've almost had one time they took it for almost 24 hours. Yes, almost 24 hours. Over 12 hours, Sha. I remember over 12 hours. So I noticed that I find myself oftentimes when they bring it back, I will just shout subconsciously, I'll just shout up there. Yeah, so you'll just hear me shouting up there far. And I'm like, I have to call myself to order that. Come. You're not in Nigeria. Don't do that. Don't do that over here. But yes, I find myself still shouting up never with this my big age. And in this 21st century, I'm still shouting up NEPA. But yeah, that's how we used to do as children. When they bring the light up NEPA, then we run inside and go watch television or something. We are all citizens of heaven, okay? I am a citizen of heaven, and you should also be a citizen of heaven. However, the Lord has placed us in different countries to, fulfill his purpose on earth, okay? So I was placed in Nigeria, okay? I was placed in Nigeria. So it's a bit difficult to remove the Nigerian, in fact, to remove the Yorubaness from me. Yeah. Yes, it's a bit difficult. So sometimes here in Ghana, you will find me still using some of our nuances, still using some of our gap fillers, our jargons that's very peculiar to Nigerians, okay? So I'm sure the first point when I was talking, you heard me say Sha. In fact, I need to consciously stop it. Professionally, it's not right, okay? But I feel like, okay, I'm talking to my friends, so yes, but actually, it's not right for me to be using Sha, Sha, Sha. It's totally wrong, but yeah, yeah, we still do it, but okay. Anyway, so I find myself still using some of our gap fillers and nuances and jargons in Nigeria. I say shy a lot. You almost hear me when something is too expensive and I feel like it's overly priced. You just hear me shout, ah, why? Waiting happen. Waiting happen is the Nigerian PG. We're going to come to that. But you hear me say, ah, or na so maybe you say something is maybe 10 cities and I know the thing is not more than 6 or 7 cities. I'm like na so, like I don't know how you can say na so in English, but na so is more like a sarcasm, sort of like I hear you, it's 10 cities, I've heard you, that kind of thing. So I find myself saying or but I think this one is an African thing. But anyway, yeah, I can't speak for the whole of Africa because I've not been to the whole of Africa, but we have a lot of similarities, yeah, because we're one, okay, so we have a lot of similarities. Anyway, so I also find myself speaking Pidgin English, okay? Pidgin English, I've still not gotten a hold of, or I've still not gotten a hang of Ghana Pidgin yet. If they speak it to me, I'll understand, except for some of those hard ones that I I don't know. That's I find it hard to understand. Yeah. But for the most part, if I speak basic Nigerian pidgin, they understand me here, especially for maybe if I'm interacting with someone who doesn't speak English, and I don't speak very good Shui yet. Yeah, fingers crossed. It will take some time for some of these things to clear from my system. That's if they ever clear, because I see people who have lived abroad for when I mean abroad, I'm talking about the US, Europe, and all of that, Asia, Australia, and all these other places, the UK. And you still say Nigerians, 20 years, 25 years, you can't still remove Nigerianness from them. You can't. They are still Nigerians. So, and of course, I also, aside from the pidgin English, I also speak my Nigerian dialects, my Nigerian language, which is the Yoruba language. I still speak it subconsciously. Even when I'm trying to maybe scold a child that is not even Yoruba, I end up scolding in what's it called, Yoruba. And even when I'm trying to give directions or something, say something, I tend to say pele a lot. Pele in Yoruba means sorry. So maybe you hurt yourself, or I'm trying to be sympathetic with you. I end up saying hey pele before I now remember, oh, kafra. That kind of thing. So I think it applies to everyone, I guess. Another one is, truthfully, when I was coming to Ghana, I don't know, how do I explain it to you that would make sense? Okay, so I love my Nigerian dishes. Okay, so that's why I try my best to look for Nigerian restaurants. In fact, I have my plug for Yoruba dishes. I have my plug for my food plug for Igbo dishes. So I'm here to find Delta dishes. I tasted one restaurant starch the other day. I did not like it at all. Starch is peculiar to, I think, the South. Yes, starch is a meal. Okay, starch, you eat it with banga, you eat it with different soups. I always try to look for Nigerian dishes here in Ghana or similar dishes. Okay, the other day, should I say this or you should wait to watch the vlog? Okay, I'll just mention the other day I saw moi moi in the market. and I bought it. Okay, now that I've said it, I'll be forced to put up that vlog. So yeah, watch out for the vlog. So I saw moi moi in the market. Moi moi is very similar to bani. So I got it. I was so excited to try it. Not that I can't make it in my house. Yes, I can, but some yeah, yeah, yeah. That's all I'll say. But yeah, I find myself always looking for Nigerian dishes, similar dishes, and all of that. So I was saying something earlier. I didn't think that I was one who will be so crazy about, trying to get my Nigerian dishes, making sure I eat Nigerian dishes. If I don't, I would survive, I'll be fine. But I try to make an effort. So if I get it, I'll be very happy if I get it, okay. But if I don't, I'll still move on, I'll survive, okay. Yeah. That brings me to the next point. I always, well, almost always ask my family to send me food stuff from Nigeria. Things like groundnuts, Nigerian groundnuts. I'm sure if you don't know, just in case you haven't been to Nigeria before, the difference between Nigerian groundnuts and Ghana groundnuts is Nigerian groundnuts are bigger. If you can relate, or if you know the difference, put in the comment section. They are a bit bigger, so I think I like it. I like Ghana, of course. I like Ghana groundnuts. I mean, I eat a lot of groundnuts anyway, but if I have the opportunity, I always ask them to bring. I always ask them to bring cashew nuts. I mentioned it here before. I hardly find it, so ask them to bring, you know, ogbono, all our local foods. I always try my best to ask them anytime I'm being sent stuff from or things from Nigeria. I always ask that they put one or two things that I'm craving, one or two things that, not that some you can't get here, to be honest. E.g., not cubes, seasoning cubes, you can't get it here. So I'll ask them to bring as well. So I find myself doing that. Yeah, I just so yeah, things like that. Once in a while, I'm craving Nigerian dishes. I'll, always, try to have them around, just so that in case I'm missing home, I have them at arm's reach, so that, yeah, I don't miss home too much. Do you understand my point? Yeah, I know you do. Yeah, another one. In my home, I still cook Nigerian dishes, right? I do it 50-50. I cook Ghanaian dishes, I cook Nigerian dishes as well. And I cook middle ground dishes, e.g., general things like, I wanted to say jollof, but jollof is not general, but Oyibo things, you understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Oyibo food. We cook that one too. There's a middle ground. So we always have Nigerian dishes as well and Ghanaian dishes. But yeah, some of these things they sell them in Ghana as well, but they're expensive. The other day I bought ugu. I told you in one of my vlogs, ugu pumpkin leaves. If you see the tiny thing for 20 cedis, I'm like, hey, Charlie. Anyway, yeah. So if I have the opportunity, like I said, someone is coming or whatever tonight to Ghana, I would always bring something, because I mean it's way more affordable that way for me, I think. Yeah, my family, they're the best. They always, cater for everything that I need in that regard. So I don't know if this is generally a Nigerian thing, but I know Yoruba mothers do it a lot. That's they bargain a lot, a whole lot. Here in Ghana, I know you guys bargain. Let me know in the comment section, or maybe it's just me. But I feel like you bargain mercifully, right? Yeah, at least you're more merciful than some of our Yoruba people back in Nigeria. However, of late, right, what has been happening to me is that maybe because of the way the economy is now, I don't bargain too much. The only time, I don't know how to say this, but it's like the only time you see me bargaining in depthly is when I know that you're about to cheat me. Many times I know people have hiked prices for me. I just, let it go. But I feel like people take advantage of people. And also, I feel like you see these traders, they are very interesting people. Oh. We're grateful for them, because if not for them, I mean, how would we be getting all these things that we're getting? However, some of them are greedy. They are quite greedy. You and I, in fact, there was one time I wanted to buy something in traffic. The person called it 35 cities. I beat it too, because genuinely I didn't have cash on me. I think it was only Was it 20 CDs or 15 CDs I had on me? I can't remember. You say I'm mean. I'm not mean. And I said 15 CDs. The person I said, okay, I should bring 20. I said I don't have 20, which genuinely I didn't have. The cash at hand that time was 15 CDs and it was traffic. So it just showed me that when I beat things down like that and they accept the lowest possible price, it just shows me that that thing most likely is around that price. Let me know. I may be wrong, but that's what I've come to observe. Another notion that I used to have about Ghana, I still sort of have it too, but the real Ghanaians that warned me that I should not be deceived is that I used to think that they don't cheat people over here. Okay, how do I mean? You know, like that hiking of price thing I'm talking about. Something that ordinarily should be like 20 cities. You see some people calling it 45 cities for a 50 cities. I'm like, the margin is too much now. Why not do 25 or 30 for something of 20? And I don't know. I want you to have a conversation in comment section. So sometimes I feel, like how can I help them? Just let them go with the money or bargain a little and but genuinely in my heart, I know that this thing is not up to. But sometimes I give it to them. Oh. If you call it a certain price, I will beat it down to my best. And if you don't want, I go. That's just because some people you can tell when they're trying to take advantage. In fact, these days, I know the economy, I know the Lord will continue to provide for us. We will not be stranded in Jesus' name. However, the fact that the economy is some way doesn't mean that you should rip people off. Okay, this was not part of the video, but as I'm talking, I'm getting upset because I don't like it when people take advantage of people. I don't like it at all. So when I see traders and, petty traders and all these people, trying to rip you off, I'm like, what is. Oh, take a deep breath. Okay, back to the video because I know they have to eat because I know some people will say that now, but you can't want to eat at the detriment of another person. That's not how life works. If we're all cheating each other, then if we're all if we're all cheating each other, how will things move? It's been long I did one of this on my channel. I mean, like, anyway, yeah, please let's be considerate. The economy is hard, the economy is hard. Okay, okay, we know it is well, but please don't rip people off. Don't cheat people. It's not right. It's not right. So if you're a trader out there and you're cheating people, ride on, okay? Ride on. Day of reckoning is round the corner. Okay. Next. Now, this one is no matter how Ghanaian I may sound or look, people still end up fishing me out. You can still tell that this girl, there's something about her. She's sounding Nigerianish, kind of, yeah. But yeah, I noticed no matter how, even if I don't say anything, sometimes maybe a word, I just say a word, people already fish it out and I'm like, oh, this girl is Nigerian. Are you Nigerian? One thing, okay, yeah, okay, all right. Yes, I'm Nigerian. Next. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to share with you some of these things, some I've observed. I'm sure there are a lot more that still make me Nigerian. And I think it's going to go with me for a while because I don't know. You can almost always tell in Nigeria. Like now, as I am, I can tell in Nigeria when I see one. No matter how long you've spent in Ghana, I can almost always tell when I see a Nigerian. Yes. I think there's just something about us. People, let me know in the comment section. This is not part of it, but yeah, it's just part of banter. But people say that Ghanaians and Nigerians look alike. I do not think so. I personally can identify a Nigerian and I can identify a Ghanaian. However, that's in Ghana. However, in Nigeria, someone once said something anyway that it's almost always difficult to identify a non-Nigerian in Nigeria. I don't know whether I interviewed the person or it was just in passing. Actually, it's a bit difficult because now thinking about it, but now that I've seen Ghanaians very well, I've interacted with them, I know them, I can tell the difference between Nigerian and Ghanaian. However, in Nigeria, I I don't know if I can still tell the difference. Maybe until you speak. Maybe you have, maybe you know all these Ghanaians that have spent so long in Nigeria and they are now more or less Nigerian. Maybe if you make like one or two statements or sentences, I can deduce whether you are Nigerian or not. But however, I think it's true. It's a bit difficult to fish out non-Nigerians in Nigeria. And there are a lot of foreigners here. Oh. Hey, the other day I saw one Liberian, but I could tell she wasn't Ghanaian because of her accent. Yes, I could tell. But anyway, this is just an aside. Let me know in the comment section if you think so. If you think it's easier to identify foreigners here in Ghana than in Nigeria. But I think it's easier to identify foreigners here than in Nigeria. I think so. I think so. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's getting too long here. I'm about to wrap up. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share the video, show some love, and let me know what you can resonate with in the comment section. Let me know where you are currently in the world and where you are originally from if you're not in your home country, and let's have a discussion. Let's talk, let's relate. I always love my comment section, even though some people try to be difficult. It's okay, we're all here for it. All right guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.